Okay, let's dive into the NR302 RUA, the big one, the health history and physical assessment. I know, this assignment can feel like a huge mountain to climb, right? Well, think of this as your secret weapon. We're going to break down the official grading rubric piece by piece so you know exactly what your instructors are looking for. No more guessing. Let's get you that A. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to decode what the assignment is really all about. Then we'll hit the most important part, nailing the health history. After that, we'll move on to mastering your reflection. And finally, we'll talk about polishing your paper for perfection. It's a clear roadmap to a great grade. All right, first things first, let's look at the big picture. Your entire grade for this paper basically comes down to three main parts, or three pillars. Knowing how much each one is worth is key, because it tells you exactly where to focus your energy. And here's the breakdown. Just look at that chart. The health history section is a whopping 70% of your grade. Yeah, that's 70 out of 100 points. Then you've got the reflection, which is worth 20%, and your style and organization make up the last 10%. Right away, you can see where the real battle is won. So let's jump right into the heart of this thing, that massive 70-point health history section. This is where you need to spend the bulk of your time. Honestly, getting this part right is pretty much non-negotiable if you're aiming for a top grade. So how do you lock in those 70 points? It's all about being complete. The rubric spells it out for you. There are nine required components. You have to talk about everything on this list: demographics, perception of health, past medical history, all the way down to collaborative resources. Don't skip a single one. Just think of it like a clinical checklist. You wouldn't skip a step with a real patient, so don't do it here either. And look, the difference in points is just wow. To get the highest level of performance and the full 70 points, you have to include all 9 of those requirements. But if you only hit 1 to 4 of them, your grade gets cut in half, dropping all the way down to 35 points. The message here is crystal clear. Be thorough. Cover all 9 bases. Okay, now that we've tackled the biggest part of the paper, let's talk about the reflection. This is where you really get to show your stuff. It's about moving beyond just gathering facts and showing that you can think critically, like the nurse you're becoming. Now, it might not be 70%, but 20% is still a huge chunk of your grade. These 20 points are often what separates an A from a B. This part requires you to really, truly think about the interview, what happened, and how you performed. And just like with the health history, the rubric gives you another super clear checklist. There are 7, count 'em, 7 specific questions or prompts you have to answer in your reflection. You've got to describe the interaction, connect it to what you've learned, point out barriers, and so on. The key here again is to address every single one of these prompts. Let's just stop and think about this question for a second, because it's a really important one from the rubric. It's asking for real self-awareness. Was your patient shy? Was the room too loud? Maybe you were nervous. Be honest about what went wrong, but, and this is the important part, be specific about what you'll do differently next time. That's what shows you're learning and growing. And here we go again. It's the same pattern. Highest level of performance for 20 points means you answered all 7 of those reflective prompts. If you only answer a few of them, you drop straight down to 10 points, another 50% loss. The takeaway is simple. Use those prompts as your outline. Hit every single point. Okay, we are in the home stretch now. You've done the heavy lifting on the health history and the reflection. Now it's time to polish your work and make it shine. This last part is all about being professional and paying attention to the little things. So this part is worth 10%, just 10 points. And you might be thinking, oh, it's only 10 points. But trust me, these are the easiest points to get if you're careful, and the absolute easiest points to lose if you're not. Don't just give these points away. So here it is, your simple 3-step checklist to get those 10 points. Step 1, flawless mechanics. That means proofread, proofread, proofread. No grammar or spelling mistakes. Step 2, clear reasoning. Make sure your paper flows logically and is easy to follow. And step 3, APA and resources. You got to get that APA formatting right. The stakes are pretty clear. To get the full 10 points, you need to nail all 3 of those things: perfect grammar, clear logic, and correct APA. If you only do one of them, you're down to just 4 points. So please, take that extra half hour to proofread. It's totally worth it. So, let's wrap this up. Here is your A+ checklist. It's this simple. For the health history, cover all 9 components. For the reflection, answer all 7 prompts. And for the polish, just nail your grammar, clarity, and APA. You follow this guide and you are setting yourself up for success. It's a direct path. And I want to leave you with this final thought. Look, this assignment is more than just about a grade. The skills you're working on here, being thorough, thinking critically, and communicating clearly, these are the absolute bedrock of being a great nurse. The best grade really does follow the best care. So start practicing that amazing care right now with this paper. You can do this.